The word think tank is a buzzword these days in the so-called emerging economies, particularly because as policy making, both domestic and international, becomes more complex, and as these emerging economies are called on to have a stronger voice and a more pronounced role in international affairs and in domestic policies, the necessity to have consultants of sorts in creating these policies comes up, and this is where think tanks become a very important actor. FGV has really grasped this challenge in terms of not only Brazil but also Latin America, and in so doing it has tried to pioneer producing, gathering, and presenting knowledge to policymakers in order to carry out its mission, which has traditionally been to continually promote development in Brazil. Think tanks have the function, role, and responsibility to bring knowledge to two big and important groups of people, policymakers and to the public opinion. And FGV has taken on this mission not only in Brazil but in Latin America as well. Regarding policymakers, it continually promotes the effort to not only converse with the policymakers but bring policymakers in touch with other actors within and outside Brazil. And with regards to the public, it continuously aims to present the knowledge produced within FGV but also brought to Brazil through FGV in forms that are easy to grasp in the public opinion, such as mass media, social media, and open seminars, public events. In so doing, it also takes on the role that many think tanks have had in the US and in Europe, where the think tank model has been much more developed, to bridge the gap between the policymakers and the public opinion, to bring public opinion into policy making, and to thus encourage legitimacy in the making of policies. But perhaps most importantly, what FGV tries to do is to scout around for partners internationally which have developed models of policies that have worked elsewhere and bring them to Brazil, adapting them to the Brazilian landscape, to Latin America, and to project ideas of how these policies which can help produce better results in macroeconomic policies, social policies, security policies, domestic and externally foreign policy. It tries to bring all that knowledge adapted to the Brazilian requirements, to the Brazilian culture, to the Brazilian policy-making models, and to the Brazilian necessities, and present them to policymakers in ways that are effective, in ways that are efficient, and in ways that are implementable. In so doing, it acts as a bridge between Brazil and the outside world. It aims to understand the latest proposals regarding effective policies and efficient policies internationally, regionally, and bring them into Brazil in order to continue promoting its mission of development. At the same time, since Brazil has become itself a producer of successful policies, many of them produced within FGV, such as certain social policies developed in Brazil, it also acts as a bridge in the reverse way in order to promote what Brazil has achieved outside Brazil.